Welcome to Rate the Audits, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights and demand accountability. This episode is brought to us by Coley Burks. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel and give him the credit he deserves in this episode. Northern Audits. The video highlights the importance of knowing and exercising one's rights in public spaces while questioning law enforcement's handling of such situations. It also serves as a reminder of the broader debate over privacy, security, and civil liberties in modern society. When asked why you are filming, I don't need a specific reason to be here. This is a public area, and I'm exercising my right to film in public spaces.
Nearly got crept up on.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Right.
Good, thanks.
Can we help?
I'm just here making a video.
Yeah.
Alright, is there any reason why you're in the... You're around here doing it?
Well, can I not be here?
We're just having a chat. Is there any
Okay.
reason why you're here?
Go ahead.
I don't need a reason, to be fair. Is everything okay? Like, you seem a bit tense.
No, just having a chat with you.
Okay.
Do you want to have a chat with me?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk. What do you want to... What can I do for you?
You stood around the side of a police station. Is there anything I could do to help you?
Not in particular.
Okay, cool.
Why is this, like, does this look dodgy or something?
When told not to film into restricted areas, if it's visible from a public space, I am within my rights to film it. If privacy is a concern, perhaps measures like higher fences or barriers should be considered.
But just be mindful that people, if they're released from custody or whatever, they might not want you filming them as they're released from here, and don't film through the gates because that's not public inside.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
I can see it from public.
Yeah, and I'm saying just don't film into the gates because that's not public.
Well, I will continue
Okay,
to.
thank you.
Everybody have a good day, alright?
Okay. So was that a request or was that like an order? Yeah, I am, yeah.
What, for police?
Excuse me?
For all police officers coming into work?
If they happen to be on camera, then yeah.
Okay.
Was there an issue with that? Who are you, by the way?
Sorry?
Who are you?
I'm a police officer.
Okay.
Okay? And just for your tape, Inspector Barry Reid.
You're an inspector,
Okay,
are you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I do think it's a little bit...
You're wearing a
odd,
lot of aftershave, by the way.
Thanks very much.
It smells alright, but yeah.
Okay. If you're here to wind me up, it's not going to work, fella.
Okay.
I'm
Why
too old.
are you getting wound up, are you?
No. I'm just asking you why you're recording indexes of police officers coming into work.
I don't have a, vested interest in any police indexes. I just happen to be filming. If they're filmed, then they're filmed.
Okay.
If you were that concerned about it, you should perhaps consider taking the bus to work or like public transport, something like that. Okay. What are you laughing? I'm being serious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
Okay. It's all right, fella.
Okay.
I'll just send somebody out this way.
Alright, let me just get the reg right quick.
Can you stop recording my index?
Why?
To work?
Why?
Because that's a security risk,
Why
risk,
is
isn't
it?
it?
Why is it?
Because if you put that on social media,
Why is it a security risk?
That is a security risk to me and my family.
How is it?
How?
How is it?
Posting.
It's
you know that I'm a
it's in
police
public,
officer.
mate.
Sorry?
It's in public.
No. This is a police station, fella.
Stop
This
coming so close.
this is a police station. You are on police property.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is public property. There's no. This is definitely no. You don't touch
just
me.
come here.
You don't touch me.
When concerns about filming license plates are raised, I'm not specifically targeting license plates, but if they appear in my footage from a public space, that's not illegal. Concerns about security don't override my legal rights.
No, I'm not coming nowhere. Don't even think about touching me again, Don't even think about touching me again. Okay. This is public place. I can film. There's no gates coming.
Police station.
All right, I'm aware that it's a police station. Can you identify yourself, please?
Yeah.
And let me know before you start recording me, thanks.
Yeah, I was just going to let you know, actually.
All right,
I
thanks.
just putting my keys on my lanyard, alright?
Alright, no
So I'm
worries.
just recording for my protection and for yours, alright?
Yeah, likewise. Would you mind identifying yourself, please?
Yeah, my name's PC Venton, my call number's 0345, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
Can you explain to the inspector that it's not a crime to film any registration plates from a public place?
You're not on a public
You may have a
place.
problem with it, but like, I know your feelings are getting hurt or whatever, but
No.
my rights, your feelings don't trump my rights, so I
You're
can
here.
film.
You walked across the car park
Yeah.
in a second. So have you been recording in that car park?
I haven't had a focused interest on number plates, but if I want to, I can walk around here and
No, you
record it.
can't.
Yeah, of course I can.
No, you
Of
can't.
course
That's
I
a
can.
private place. This is a private place.
No, it's not.
This,
No, it's
this
not.
part
No, it's
is
not.
a public place.
This is all paid for by the taxpayer. So what? This is leased. You have an occupational lease for this police station, and you're doing a service for the public. So therefore, the public can access all of this.
Okay. What do you intend to do with these?
Whatever I want to do with it.
The videos.
I don't have to tell you.
You don't.
No.
Okay. So if you intend to post those on social media and explicitly say that they are police officers' indexes, which poses a risk to police
Why?
officers and their
What?
families.
How?
Okay, that is a risk through terrorism.
Why?
Okay?
Why would people-
And therefore, the Terrorism Act offences could come into play.
Okay, we're
So
going
I'm
down
gonna-
that route, are we?
No, because I'm telling you that is the risk to police
So
officers.
do you think you're a valuable target for a terrorist?
Well, we know we are.
All right, well, how do you know that?
Because
how
we're
can
at
you know
heightened
that?
risk.
Heightened risk based on what data, what facts?
Okay. What I'm asking you is what you
Yeah, don't
intend to
ask
do.
me anything. You don't need to ask me anything. Stop talking about terrorists and that's not good. Like, look, like, how can you even
Why-
fabricate that?
Why are you here recording indexes
Because I want
of
to.
police
I don't
cars?
need to have a reason. I'm not recording any indexes. You just happen to be
You
driving
walked
past.
from this car park.
Yeah, because I'm
okay,
proving a
as I
point.
came in, and then you started to record my car as I went through the barrier. Okay.
Right, 'cause
Have
I
you
wanted
been
to.
in this car park, which is
Doesn't
a
matter
private
if I have.
place?
Doesn't matter if I have or haven't. If
Have you
I
been
want to, I
recording
can.
police officers'
Doesn't matter.
indexes in
I'm
a
not
car
answering.
park?
I'm not answering. Let's keep a bit of distance. I don't know what you're gonna do. You seem a little bit hostile. You seem dangerous.
Me?
You got that. You got that weird look in your eyes. Yeah.
That's because, fella, I've been doing this for 29 years.
And
okay?
do you
And
reasonably
have tried-
suspect that
and
I'm
you-
doing here
and
to
you
do
have
something
tried
wrong?
to provoke me and provoke me.
Yeah, it
and
looks like it
provoke me.
worked.
No, not at all.
Well, you seem pretty
So I'm
upset.
trying to ask you why you are here.
Well, I haven't been trying to provoke you, by the way. But just know I can film any registration that I like. So what was the reason for bringing him out here? Like,
Stopped at gate.
I was pulling in.
all right, well, we're having a conversation between the two of us. I don't really see why he's here.
So I'm asking you why you are here recording.
I don't need to answer. I don't need to account for my presence in a
Okay.
public place.
You're not in a public place. This is police.
This is not a private
This is
place.
police property.
This is publicly
You are
accessible.
recording on
This
police
is publicly
property.
accessible. Look, the gates are for cars not to go through. Any pedestrian, what's this for then? Any pedestrian can walk through here, walk around here.
No.
Yeah. So this is a civil matter anyway. Well, I'm not moving.
That's not a private place.
Well, I'm not moving.
What were you doing in the car park of the police station?
Doesn't matter what I was doing. I can be in any car park I want.
You can't.
Yes, it's publicly
I'm gonna ask
accessible.
you nicely to move on, please.
Is that a request?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, I'm going to politely decline your request and I'm going to continue filming.
Are you?
But rest assured, I mean, if I wanted to, I could, but I don't have, again, a vested interest in anyone's private registration.
Okay.
So
why
I
are you
do want to
record-
allay your suspicions, but at the same time, your kind of suspicions and emotions doesn't trump my right to film from public. Do you understand that?
But you're recording specifically police officers.
Yeah, and you're saying because there's a terrorism risk, which I just
Well,
don't know. I simply
no,
don't agree with
there's-
that.
There's risks to police officers, but it's what you intend to do with that. recording.
Regardless of what I do, I don't believe that this is putting you at risk. And if you're so, you know, at risk of terrorism and stuff, then it might be a good idea to consider public transport and stuff like that.
Okay. Why are you smirking when you said that? Because this is your antagonistic
No,
trait.
it's not.
You're trying to keep calm, but you can't keep the smirk behind it, can you? So therefore, you are here to try and wind
No,
me
I'm
up
not
and
here to
provoke,
wind you up.
and provoke
I'm just
a reaction.
saying-
That's what you're trying to do.
All right,
It's
so why are you
pretty
bringing up?
obvious.
Why are you bringing up terrorism then?
Why? Because if you post indexes of police officers,
It's not a
and
terrorism
police
risk.
vehicles,
No, because
When an officer places hands on you, you just physically touched me without justification. That's inappropriate and could be considered assault. Please provide your badge number for record purposes.
you just take.
on social media, there is a risk of internal and external
I'm
terrorism.
smirking because
towards
you're
police
so
officers.
serious. Like
I am serious.
you're
because-
making me feel uncomfortable. Like
Because I've had threats in this organisation.
what, from terrorists?
No, from organised crime groups. Okay, so it's not
Like who?
just. Sorry,
Like who?
I'm going to explain that.
Well, then
to you.
I would really expect you to be able to explain it if it had happened.
So we have had threats. We receive threats as police officers daily whilst we're doing our business.
I don't- maybe you do out and about.
You are here recording indexes.
Okay, let me
I'm
ask you a
asking you
question.
politely, what do you intend to do with this recording?
It doesn't matter what I intend to do. My question to you would be, have there been any prior cases where criminals have filmed police registrations and police coming in and out
Yes.
of a police station and then targeted people? I don't think so.
Yes.
Okay, well tell
Okay,
me one example then.
you
Tell me an
live-
example
You
then.
live in a little bubble then,
I
fella,
don't
if you
live in a bubble
believe that
because
happens.
I would really expect you to support what you're saying with some sort of data or statistic.
Okay. Have you got this chap's face on your camera? Okay.
Or I can request that, by the way, under data protection. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
subject access request, actually. That's
Yeah, under the Data Protection Act.
Right. I'm
And
not really
SAR.
comfortable with you recording my indexes, and you specifically switched your camera on as I was driving through the barrier to do that.
Right.
And ever since then, you've been antagonistic. You've been smirking behind your camera, trying to provoke a
No,
reaction.
because
No,
you're funny.
You
make me laugh because you're so serious and that.
I am serious because
It's your body language is making me laugh. That's all it is. I mean, listen, if you're provoked, I mean, you're an inspector. I feel like you should have a higher threshold for being provoked. Like, come on. Why are you getting provoked so easily? I'm here exercising my right to film in a public place, and you're saying that's provocative.
And I'm telling you, you're not in a public place. You're on police.
I'm certainly in it. This place becomes a public place under the Criminal Justice Act.
This is a police station, okay, and therefore there are other acts that can come into play, like causing a disturbance on police premises. Okay.
What act? What legislation is that? Causing a disturbance on police premises.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that one before.
It is. But
All right.
look
so
it up, dude. All right.
Why don't you tell me what it is, dude?
So you're now laughing. You're trying to provoke me. You know, I'm trying to be polite to you, and to be honest,
right.
I'm going to ask you if you can leave, please.
All right. Well.
Okay, because actually, if you continue to film indexes of cars in here, then we may look to other offences.
What?
Okay?
Like what?
And we may look at why you are here and what you are doing.
And use what offence? Use what legislation
I will
to find that out?
use section 44 of the Terrorism Act.
I will find that out.
use section 44 of the Terrorism
I
Act.
will find that out.
Use section 44 of the Terrorism Act if necessary. Because it's odd, it's not right behaviour, and you are trying to provoke us, and you know you are.
Section 44 of the Terrorism Act.
Yeah.
Sure about that? All right. I would love to see you use that act.
Okay.
Just make sure it exists before you use it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you can just leave.
And I'm gonna politely decline
No,
your
you are.
request.
No,
You don't touch
seriously,
me. Look,
I'm going to ask you to move
No,
off.
don't
off
touch
police
me.
premises
Get your hand
now,
off me.
okay?
Get off me. Now get off me.
You're not going to
Now get off
record
me.
any more
Get off me.
indexes.
Nah.
Okay.
I am going to record
now
indexes.
You are here.
No.
This is a public
No,
place.
no.
This side is not.
No.
I'm going to ask you to stop.
No, you don't do that, you know. You just put hands on me, that's an assault. I'm going to go film your reg. No, this guy's taking the piss. Trying to put hands on me and that. Let's cut the recording so we don't lose anything. Well, he shouldn't just have put hands on me, by the way. This is a private place. This is a public place.
This part here.
No. Then it's a civil matter. It's a civil matter. It's not private. It's an implied right of access. There's nothing stopping me from being here, so I can be here all I like. Thank you very much.
All right.
You can't be putting hands on me.
The reason why you can't be filming indexes.
Look at this guy. Look, he's taking his jacket off.
Have you heard of problems in Northern Ireland with police officers being targeted?
This isn't Northern Ireland.
On public police premises, I'm asking you to leave.
Yeah, well, you've asked me and you put hands on me. Well, I'm refusing. Now what? You know I can sue you. Can I get your shoulder number? You've just assaulted me, by the way.
1286. I haven't tried to
Yes,
assault
you absolutely have.
I've tried
There's
to
no
escort-
barriers. Look at this. There's nothing blocking me from being here. So my presence here is lawful. I know the law.
Step the other side. of
No,
the pavement,
you're going to put
please.
hands on me again. I suggest you don't, you know. Because I'll just come back. I'll keep coming back.
Will you?
Yes, I will. Because I haven't committed any offence. This is a civil matter. Even if I was trespassing, which I'm not, because this is all publicly accessible.
Why are you smirking behind your
I'm
camera
not
again?
smirking,
You
mate.
are.
I'm not
You are. You're
smirking.
trying to wind us up.
You're making me feel nervous. If
Am
I'm
I?
trying to wind you up, then why don't you just go in the car and that'll be that?
Yeah, he's now up front. People.
Why have you got such a problem with me, man? Just chill. You shouldn't have just put hands on me either.
Step
No, I
outside
will
the
not
police
step
station.
outside. No.
I'm going to ask you again.
And you're
step
going to put
outside
hands
the
on me again, are you?
I will do if necessary.
Why?
Okay? Because I'm asking you to leave.
Why?
Please don't put the camera right.
No, please
in my
don't
face.
please don't put hands on me.
Look, I've got my hands in my pocket.
Okay.
This is not aggressive.
But you've already done it, so I'm already.
Okay,
I can
and
already
I'm
sue.
asking you to leave.
You're
this
asking.
police premises
Are you
now.
asking or telling?
I'm now telling.
Have you not got anything better to do? What, like, is there no police work to be getting on with? You're an inspector for a reason, and you're letting your ego dictate how you're behaving. Just put your ego to one side. If I'm here to provoke, just leave it. Leave it at that. You're just acting a lot beyond your duty right now. Because I won't bow down to your authority. Just relax, man.
I
Chill.
don't need you to bow down.
We're not like, I'm not against you. Like, we're all on the same team, and you're just acting unreasonable. Like, just let me stand around here and film, and I'll probably be on my way. You're just trying to put hands on me and do this and that. I'm the one that's trying to de-escalate the situation, and you keep escalating it. Just relax. Get in the car, and we'll leave it at that. Because your ego won't let you do it. So now you're smirking. Why are you smirking, big man?
Because
Stop smirking. Oh, there you go.
You are laughing behind your camera.
No, I'm not.
trying
I'm not
to
lying.
wind
I'm
me
not
up.
laughing now, am I?
I'm here to exercise my rights and document the reactions of public officials in a lawful manner. Maintain composure and avoid escalating the situation. Is your request legally enforceable? If so, please cite the specific law or regulation. Ensure all interactions are recorded for accountability.
I'm certainly not laughing now. I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. Don't try to put hands on me again, because I'm not going to do anything back, but I'm going to prevent you from doing it, because I have a right to be here. I have a right just as much as you have a right.
No. As I said, you are on police premises. I've told you.
And you've just assaulted me. How come? So I should be able to citizens arrest you right now, really?
Okay, citizens arrest me.
Yeah, something tells me it's not in my best interest to do so, and if it comes back as innocent, then I could be prosecuted. So you see, I weigh up the consequences before putting hands on people, but I don't have the same qualified impunity that you do. You can keep asking all you like. I'm not leaving nowhere.
So what's your purpose here?
Don't worry about my purpose here.
Why are you recording police indexes?
I'm not interested in no police indexes. Just get in the car and I'll probably get bored and probably just
why
leave.
Why are you in the car park? Were you recording indexes whilst
it doesn't matter if I was or wasn't.
Because that is police premises and you are not.
We're still having this. We're going around in circles and stuff.
We are, because...
Can you apologise for putting hands on me, please?
No, I've tried to escort you off of police premises.
Okay, well, I'm not leaving.
You've just completely ignored me and walked behind me.
Yeah, damn right. Now what? What are you going to do now? You're not making yourself look good here. You're not setting a good example for the young guys either. You need to respect the public's rights. I'm not here trying to antagonise you. All right, at times I was smirking, whatever, because you're just so serious. Like, you're a funny guy.
I
am
serious because...
Yeah, listen, Inspector, I do not pose a threat to you.
I'm really interested in what you intend to do with this video, because if you were recording police officers' indexes and you are then putting that in social media, that is a risk. And it's not just a terrorist risk, it's an internal risk.
An internal risk? What,
internal,
you mean?
as in England.
Okay, so what, do we not have domestic internal terrorists?
Yeah, of course we do. We've got right-wing terrorists. We've got organised crime groups that would love to take out police officers.
I don't think so. Not based on this. No, because I'm aware. I wouldn't be naive to these things and come and do it. If it genuinely posed a security risk, I wouldn't come and do this. I wouldn't be irresponsible like that. So just bear that in mind as well.
The problem you're not understanding.
Yeah, you were talking about Northern Ireland, mate. I can't really take what you're saying seriously, though. I can't really take what you're saying seriously.
There's indexes in there that obviously, if they were seen on driveways of houses around the area, would identify people as police officers and member of police staff.
Right.
And that's the risk that it poses, is that when we're at home...
Then you should really consider taking the bus to work then.
We're normal people. And
that's I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. You know, when we take the uniform off, at the end of the day, we are a person just the same as you and me, and I don't think you would like it if people were coming to your house.
You chose to do this job. You are aware of what the implications of doing such a job. If you haven't done anything unlawful or done anything wrong, I don't see any reason for why anyone would want to target you. Do you understand?
I appreciate what you're trying to say. Yeah. I appreciate what you're trying to say, but the problem is that there's people out there that want to hurt us because we're police officers. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been assaulted purely because I was a police officer.
Really?
And yeah, I sustained literally a black eye and 2 punches to the head purely because I was a police officer, and no other reason.
Were you identified through your car?
I wasn't identified through my vehicle, no. But the problem is that my vehicle would identify.
The thing is, though, your concerns are not going to trump my rights. I'm not here making a sophisticated effort to make sure I film every single reg and do that.
But you just did. You said you were going to film this.
Yeah, his reg, because I'm being petty. Because I don't like the way he's acted and confronted me.
Yeah, okay, but what we're trying to understand is we're trying to make you understand the risk.
And he looks like he can handle himself as well. He had no problem putting hands on me. Listen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to film.
That's fine.
If I want to film the regs, I can, but
you need.
I don't want to be irresponsible and film them. That's fine.
Yeah.
And believe me, I mean, I wasn't telling him because he upset me, but I wasn't filming anyone's regs. I wasn't in the car park. I was filming the back gate. I was just leaving.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the situation with that. Obviously, I wasn't going to offer him the kind of courtesy of an explanation because I wasn't happy with how he dealt with the situation. But really and truly, my friend, that's what's going on. That's the situation. I'm not interested in anyone's registration. But again, hypothetically, if it so happens to be, I can film them.
Yeah, you could, but obviously, as the inspectors explained to you, if that video was to make it online and Bristol were to be identified from that video, even if it wasn't anything to do with you, but you posted it on Facebook, say, and someone that you were friends with was friends with someone else, it went all the way around the world. Do you get what I mean? That's the problem with the internet. Once you post it, it's out there.
Well, this is the digital age. Like, if you got so many concerns, again, I would really consider taking public transport, or maybe having a gate where the vehicles could be hit. I don't know. I'm not in charge of security
Yeah, yeah.
arrangements for police. It's not my responsibility
Yeah.
to do these. Do you know what I mean? I'm just exercising my right, doing what I can do, and I've reassured you that I haven't been,
Yeah, that's fine.
you know, isolating cars and making an effort to film them. So if you could just explain that to your inspector, because I don't want to get into another altercation, or I don't want to get into any further exchanges with anyone. Do you understand? I haven't come here for this. So if you could just nicely explain that to him.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, do not cross this line. Okay, up here, this ceases to be a public place.
When asked to leave. This is a publicly accessible area funded by taxpayers, and I have every right to be here as long as I'm not breaking any laws. If this is private property, please show me the legal documentation proving so.
Okay, there are CCTV cameras watching you. If you proceed into that area, carry on continuing to video, we may take police action. Right?
Like what action?
But you know this because you're here to revoke, and I've just spoken, and I think from the CCTV somebody knows you anyway, so we'll leave it at that. Please don't come past this barrier.
And what will happen if I do?
Because you'll be trespassing on police property. Okay.
Okay.